Qiangtang River has always been an important commercial artery, bringing trade and prosperity to Xinjiang's capital city, Hangzhou. A city which blends beauty and tranquility with the bustling and modern financial centre. Even Marco Polo described Hangzhou as the city of heaven. And if you're a badminton fan, nothing could be better than witnessing the best of the best do battle for a staggering $2.5 million prize fund here at the end of year finale. Welcome to the magnificent Hangzhou Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium for the second session on day 2 of the 2023 HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. This event is the culmination of the entire World Tour, and these finals feature just the top 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines. And this is the trophy that they're all battling for at the end of this week. Those 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines are divided into 2 groups of 4. And over the first 3 days, we have a round-robin format where everyone plays everyone else in their group to determine the top 2 and therefore who will progress through to the semi-final knockout stage on Saturday before all 5 finals on Sunday. Well, 5 matches for you this evening on the second session of day 2, and we're starting with women's singles. And the Olympic champion, Chen is up against Zhang Beiwen, who has to cause an upset here to keep her hopes alive of qualifying for the semi-final. Then it's mixed doubles, and the defending champions and 2-time winners, Chen and Wang Yaxiong, are up against Kim and Jeong from Korea, a pair who beat their opponents the last time they met. Men's singles will follow that, and it's a must-win for both players, as both lost their first group matches yesterday. It's the number 1 seed Kodai Naraoka against the Olympic champion Victor Axelsen. We then stay with men's singles and another must-win match, as we have the same scenario, as both players lost their matches yesterday. Li Shifeng, the Asian Games gold medalist, is up against Kunlawu Dwidasan, the World Championship gold medalist. And we finish with the second mixed doubles. The number 1 seeds Fan Yangzhe and Huang Dongping against the 2-time former champions and finalists for the last 3 years, Puavaranukroh and Teirat Thanachai. Well, with women's singles being our first match this evening, a chance for us to look at the relevant group, and this match we're about to watch is from Group B. Carolina Marin, the former Olympic champion, has already played 2 matches. She's won 2, and Han Yue has played 2 and lost 2. So if Chen Yufei was to win this match against Zhang Beiwen, then she and the former Olympic champion would both guarantee their semi-final spots, regardless of what happens when Marin and Chen Yufei play against each other tomorrow. So the stadium has been rocking all day. I can tell you there's been some great matches. We've had some upsets. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that sitting alongside me is the former Danish head coach Steen Pedersen. And Steen, looking at our matches today, I don't think there's one of them that's a foregone conclusion.
No, there isn't, and it's going to be super interesting also given the results from yesterday to see how players can bounce back. We've got a lot of players who lost yesterday unexpectedly.
Especially our 2 men's singles. But first up is our women's singles. It is the current Olympic champion, Chen Yufei, against Zhang Beiwen, who represents the United States of America. Chen Yufei, who is the number 2 seed here at the World Tour Finals, finished the year ranked number 2, having played in 6 World Tour tournament finals, winning 4 throughout 2023. Zhang Beiwen who was born here in China but now represents the United States of America. I think she's possibly had one of her best ever years on the World Tour, and that is after bouncing back from rupturing an Achilles tendon at the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. Winner of 2 World Tour titles this year, the Australian Open 500 and also one in Saarbrücken. Well, this will be a 7th meeting between these two players, and of the previous 6, as you can see, Chen Yufei has an overwhelming advantage, having won 5 of those previous 6. But Zhang Beiwen's only victory was indeed earlier this year. That was at the Japan Open in the 2nd round. So if I've understood that correctly, Zhang Beiwen won the toss of the coin and has chosen ends. Chen Yufei, who's 25 years of age, born in this very city, Hangzhou, the capital of Zhejiang province. Is a former world #1, spent a total of 13 weeks as world #1 in December 4 years ago, but currently #2. Her World Tour titles this year: Indonesian Open, that was a Super 1000, and then won the last 3 Super 750 events, the Denmark Open, the French Open, that was in consecutive weeks, and then the China Masters. Zhang Beiwen, who was born in Anshan in Liaoning province in northeast China, is 33 years of age, 168, and is back up to her career high. It's her 9th week in total at her career high of 9. It's her 4th different spell, and considering her catastrophic Achilles injury in 2021 at the 2020 Olympic Games, it is a remarkable comeback. In fact, when she won the Australian Open, she became the oldest winner of a women's singles title in the World Tour era, and she was 33 years of age and 25 days, so that's a pretty remarkable achievement in itself. So Rahana de Silva of Sri Lanka is our umpire for this one, and Gunas Lusvereras of Latvia is the service judge. Well, for Zhang Beiwen, it wasn't just the 4 World Tour finals that she was in. She also won gold at the Pan Am Games earlier this year. That was in Guatemala. In San Diego, I do apologise. So, Pan Am Games gold, silver at the Pan Am Championships to add to those 4 World Tour finals. Well, Chen Yufei, I can tell you, in her match yesterday against Han Yue, we saw the group standings. She won her match, but she needed 3 games to beat teammate Han Yue, 21-17, 19-21, and very convincing in the deciding game, 21-9 in an hour and 3 minutes. Whereas Zhang Beiwen lost her match yesterday to the former Olympic champion, Carolina Marin.
USA. And on my left, Chen Yufei, China. Zhang Beiwen to serve, low wall, play.
So Zhang Beiwen, representing the United States of America, nearest to us, getting this 2nd group match underway. So I was telling you, she lost yesterday in her first group match against the #4 seed Carolina Marin, 21-18, 21-10, in just 35 minutes. Carolina Marin having won her match earlier today against Han Yue, also in 2 straight games. And Steen, by your reckoning, and I agree with you, that means Carolina Marin has definitely qualified for the semi-final stage.
Yeah, I think so. She's won both her matches in straight games, and that should be enough. No matter what happens, she will finish at least #2 in the group.
And that is because Chen Yufei has already dropped a
She's
game.
dropped the game, yeah.
Yeah.
And Han Yue can only get to 1 win. So if either one of these two either get two wins against Chen Yufei, then it's a direct playoff between Chen and Marin, but for the first place. The complexity comes if Zhang Beiwen is able to take this match.
Yes, and she certainly did in the second round of the Japan Super 750 event earlier this year. 24-22 in the deciding game. It was an absolute thriller. And it really is quite remarkable, isn't it, seeing Zhang Beiwen. So many people thought that at the Olympics she was already 30, 31 years of age. She had that catastrophic rupture of the Achilles tendon. And many people would have given up. But she's come back, and I think she's played better this year than she's ever played. She's had more success.
It sometimes happens that you sort of begin to realize that there's an final date for your playing career, so you become a little bit extra determined to make the most of it. But it is a difficult injury to come back from.
6-1.
Well, when she won the Australian Open, not only becoming the oldest women's singles winner in the World Tour era, it was her first World Tour title for 5 years and 6 months since the Indian Open of 2018. And she won the final 2 years to the day after her Achilles surgery. What a wonderful way to sort of, I was not going to say celebrate your anniversary of surgery, but that's...
to prove that it's a successful comeback.
Exactly. Amazing.
Service over 3-7.
Oh, my goodness gracious, what on earth happened there? I think she must have changed her mind and lost sight of the shuttle. Oh, that's landed in. That's a great lift from there.
5-7.
How do you think Zhang Beiwen needs to approach this match today tactically, Steen? Because we know that Chen Yufei, the Olympic champion, is a very steady player.
She is, and I recall the match in Japan Open because I couldn't really see a way forward from for Zhang Beiwen at that time. But she proved me wrong. She simply played at a higher pace than Chen Yufei was capable of. And it's going to be interesting to see if she can do the same today. Because Chen Yufei, she's pretty much won everything since that Japan Open loss. Except for, yeah, she lost in Kumamoto Masters, the final as well, didn't she? To Tunjung.
That's right.
But 4 finals since then.
8-6.
So 5 consecutive finals, if you include the Asian Games.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Which obviously must have been really high on her priority list for this year, Chen Yufei.
Yeah.
She's having 2 chances of winning on home soil. Finished second in the first one, so
Yeah.
there's no doubt that she has her eyes set on this tournament here. And she said that now she had experienced playing on home soil in the Asian Games, so she hoped that she would be less influenced by nerves in this tournament.
Oh, what a beautiful block.
Ten, 6.
Oh, that's a super follow-up. All set up with a wonderful
Service
drop
over.
shot from Zhang Beiwen.
7, 10.
Look, that skimmed the net, literally. That got a net cord.
Service over 11, 7.
So disappointing
Interval.
way to get to the mid-game interval as far as Zhang Beiwen is concerned. But a 4-point advantage for the current Olympic champion, Chen Fei.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
Yeah, she's a big star here in her home city, Chen Fei. Banners and
11,
posters
7.
around the
Play.
arena here from some of the fans.
Well, 7.
One of the other things Zhang Beiwen could perhaps try is if she saw some of the match yesterday between Chen Fei and Han Yue, where Han Yue tried to play a style where she was moving Chen Fei to the back of the court and then tried to
Service
play
over.
really tight
8,
to the net
12.
on the diagonal, make her move the long distance. Yeah, that's a nice little deception there.
Service over
But so far,
13, 8.
she hasn't done that, Zhang Beiwen, and I don't know if that's sort of in her normal shot arsenal, so to speak.
There,
There
that
it
one,
is, yeah.
that one.
But even that one is a little bit too long because preferably the shuttle should land in front of
9,
the service
13.
line. But excellent defense from the American.
Yeah, good commitment at the front of the court from Chen Fei.
Service over 49.
I just get the sense
Nine.
that Zhang Beiwen is trying to go for her winners a little too early in
Yeah.
the rally. Just wide.
16, 9.
Chen Fei has got command of the front of the court at the moment, no doubt in my mind.
17, 9.
She also got revenge from that defeat in Japan. Was it China Masters where they played?
Well, the last time they played was China Open.
China Open, yeah.
First round.
With a convincing win in straight games. So
Yeah.
Service over 10,
I think perhaps
17.
the respect has been re-established in terms of Zhang's belief that she probably sees herself as the underdog in the match.
But playing as the underdog is sometimes a really nice place to be. You don't have any burden of expectation.
And that win from Japan should sort of tell her that it's possible. It was more difficult coming into Japan Open, having never beaten Chen Yufei before.
Good rally. Oh, she's missed it. Well, since that defeat at the Japan Open,
17.
Chen Yufei hasn't been beaten in a 750 event.
No.
Okay.
Won the last 3. Just wide. This is a good little run from Zhang Beiwen.
17.
4 straight points. Oh, that's nice. Lovely movement back in court from Chen Yufei.
18, 13.
Well, Chen Yufei, one of 3 former champions in the women's singles draw this year. The other's been An-Se Young, who won 2 years ago the World Tour finals. And Tai Su-Ying, who's a 3-time champion. Oh, that is wonderful, isn't it? Under real pressure in the deep forehand corner. And pays the perfect length in response. Amazing. Well, she's looked
20,
very much in control, has Chen Yufei, in this opening game. And she thoroughly deserves her 7 game point opportunities. Oh, got the net cord. Opening game, 21-13 to the Olympic champion, Chen Yufei. "15 minutes for the opening game. That wonderful angle from the round the head position, played cross court to close out game number 1, 21-13.
好吧，啊，还是保持连贯啊，这边看能不能控制住，不能对着大家打，控制住，稍微有一点点改变，可以说控制住啊。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game, low wall. Play.
So Chen Yufei, one game to the good against Zhang Beiwen, 21-13 that opening game in just 15 minutes, and that's a perfect start to the second game by the Olympic champion. There's another example, Steen, I think, of going for the winner too early in the rally.
But I liked the shot choice. I just didn't like the margin, like you say. It was like hit as a winner, like that should not come back. I don't want to run the diagonal. And
3 low.
I don't know. Maybe the number of tournaments over the year has beginning to take its toll on Zhang Beiwen. But I still feel that the pressure, that's good. But the follow-up, that's sort of like not so good, to put it mildly.
Zhang Beiwen, just to follow up on your point, Steen, has played 23 tournaments this year, 20 of them World Tour events.
Yeah. And 2 extra team
Chen
tournaments.
Yufei challenges call in.
Well, I saw that as good. I don't think
I didn't see it land. But, let's see what Håkan says.
Ah, well, she's handing the shuttle back,
Yeah.
so maybe she's not so confident that it was out. Indeed in.
Challenge unsuccessful.
I thought it
1
was.
challenge remaining. Service over. 1-4. Play.
Controlling everything there, Chen Yufei, and I think Zhang Beiwen, she's got to try and play with pace and put pressure on Chen Yufei. The problem is that she basically has been unable to hit that area close to the net. Chen Yufei has rarely had to take a step where her foot was in front of that white short service line there. And that makes the court way too short for her, and she's definitely also in better shape and quicker on the shuttles than we saw in Japan. There was an example where
3-5.
Chen Yufei was in that net court area, but only from the center of play, so it's not a problem It's more if she's got to cover the full distance from the backcourt.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible indecision.
4-5.
I think that's just about the first net exchange that Zhang Beiwen has won, isn't it?
Yeah. But Chen Yufei has also done a smart thing when she's under pressure. When Beiwen puts her under pressure on the backcourt, she plays back at the backcourt of the American, so sort of daring her to score points from her own backcourt instead of playing back to the front court, where she has this option of playing really tight to the net and make Chen Yufei cover the full distance.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Great disguise on that from Chen Yufei.
Service over 6-5.
Missed it.
7-5.
Oh, missed a step there. Yeah. Oh, that's a big miss from Zhang Beiwen. Chen Yufei knows she was awfully fortunate to get away with that. Trying to play her round the head shot. Chen Yufei seemed to miss her step. Look at this, watch this. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, contrast of emotions.
Service over 6-8.
Well, in all honesty, I thought yesterday Chen Yufei, who won a fairly comfortable opening game against Han Yue, I thought she just lost her focus a little bit in yesterday's match. And she's got to be careful that she doesn't do the same again here. That's a nice punch clear. So is that. Wow. That is sensational from Chen Yufei.
Service over.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Joe, because I have a feeling that Chen Yufei, she's, I mean, if 90% of her max game is needed, then she's playing 91. She's not playing 95%. And that's a little bit dangerous.
It is, isn't it?
Because it's oftentimes hard to control whether you play 91 or 89%.
9-6. Play. Service over 7-9. Service over 10-7.
To the mid-game interval. Chen Yufei with the advantage,
Interval.
having already won the first. 11-7, the same scoreline as we had at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
然后第二个因为搓手的人没上去，放没到位，所以你马上去做，还是把节奏然后节奏和那个点就对啊，然后这个方面的话，就感觉不着急。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Eleven, 7. Play.
So I think we're just about at the stage of now or never as far as Zhang Beiwen is concerned. This was a must-win match to keep our hopes alive of a semi-final berth.
Given the figures yesterday against Marin and the way this match has unfolded, a comeback, it doesn't seem likely, but you never know.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
a beauty. What great disguise. And what great tactical awareness.
7.
That's a super shot. Yeah.
14-7.
She's been pushed and pulled in all directions, says the American.
There was the short
Yes.
block.
Forehand net of Chen Yufei.
14.
As you were pointing out earlier, Steen, that's what Han Yue was doing to such good effect in yesterday's match against the Olympic champion.
Good shot.
Nice. Now you see, what a difference when she outmaneuvered Chen Yufei first before going for the winner.
Exactly, and it's got to be on the front court. So the key is now, we've seen that she's got trouble getting to play shots that are short enough on the front court. So that's actually the key to figure out what is the shot before the shot. What kind of shots can I play to give myself chances of attacking the front court? So that's why I think these smashes with good margin, that's not hit to be winners, but to sort of invoke a short reply or a reply to the front court from Chen Yufei, they could be useful, but it has to be part of a plan.
Yeah.
A three-shot plan, at least.
Play.
Unless you're going to cross net.
16-9.
Cross net shot. I just don't think that it's common for Zhang Beiwen to play that shot. She likes to do it from the backhand side. Good play. Follow up.
This is a good rally. One of the best of the match
Yeah.
so far. Oh, that's super.
I think that indeed is the best rally of the match, the most competitive rally of the match that we've seen so far.
10-16. Eleven, 16.
Well, Zhang Beiwen made a little mini comeback like this in the opening game.
Yeah. I do think, though, that Chen should have learned a lesson from
Thank you.
yesterday. Cannot drop down in concentration.
12-16. Play.
Yeah, that's just careless, isn't it?
16.
And that is lack of focus. Right idea, I think, with the cross-court block towards the forehand
Service over.
net of Chen Yufei.
17.
That's what we've been
13.
advocating. Execution not to match. Oh, that's a beauty. What a super shot.
18-13.
Well, she won the World Tour Finals title, Chen Yufei, the last time that the event was staged here in China. That was 2019.
Oi.
Oh, changed her mind.
Those in Guangzhou.
That was in Guangzhou, yes. And then, of course, the 2020 World Tour Finals were held in January 2021 in Bangkok. 2021 Finals in Bali.
Was it Sindhu who won the first World Tour Finals in 18? The first time it was played in Guangzhou?
She did indeed.
Yeah.
Oof. You know, you just,
15.
you can almost see the switching off and on like a light bulb of the focus, and
it's something that takes energy to stay focused here.
Yeah.
You can see that it's late in the season.
for the record, when Pusala Venkata Sindhu won the first time we had World Tour finals, she beat Nozomi Okuhara in the final.
The first time we had the red courts
Yes.
that we're playing today. Reinstated.
19-15.
That was the idea I tried to recall whether she'd also won that. So she's always won the women's singles when the courts were red, but it was Sindhu.
Yeah. 2 points away from guaranteeing a fourth semi-final at the end-of-year finale. Chen Yufei. .1 point away. 5 match point opportunities.
Match point 15.
For the Olympic champion. Oh, that's a beauty. Lovely way to close out the match. Control of the front of the court from Chen. Just 36 minutes for her victory. 21-13, 21-15. Well, I think if she could keep her focus all the way through the match, I think she will be very hard to beat. But by virtue of her second win in 2 days, she is guaranteed a semi-final place on Saturday. Both she and Carolina Marin, they will play off tomorrow for who tops the group. Olympic champions past and present do battle tomorrow. But it's a fine win today for the current Olympic champion, Chen. 21-13, 21-15 in 36 minutes. Well, mixed doubles coming up next, and it is the defending champions, Chen Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong, up against the Koreans, Kim Won-ho and Jong Na-eun. Welcome back to Hangzhou and the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Centre, and that's where we are right now. It's a beautiful building, opened in 2018, having taken 9 years to build. A beautiful design, the concept of silk texture and the dynamic Jiangtang River, the flowing